it's because you moved over.
It's because you moved over. You need to come closer.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, look how happy I am. What? You better stop. Better stop.
What happened? Right off the bat, the first word out of my mouth.
You can't sing on my channel. Because I'm
They won't monetize him.
So anyway.
I know what that means.
So we're here, everybody.
Hi. Ooh, I gotta turn my volume
down.
I fixed it. I fixed it. I can't set it over there because we'll need to see comments. Sing it again. It's not necessarily a tune they might recognize, but
anyway. No
I'm
singing.
so bad.
No singing.
It's what I do.
No singing.
What I do.
Put a mask on your face. See if everybody guess who you are.
They'd never guess me. I'm too famous. They'd never think somebody like me would be on that show.
Okay.
Y'all are nuts. And you said we could stay here, so. Welcome to my house. Yes, we're at Kelly's house tonight. Where is everybody? Come on, people. Come on. I was thinking it.
Stop.
I'm a guest. I can do what I want. Oh, jeez. You know, one of these days, he really is going to just be like, take over my mouth. Not only am I a guest, I'm an invited guest. Yes.
Not only that, it's your house.
It's your house. This is true, dude. There, I'm going to put it right there.
You can do that.
I'm going to put it right there.
I dare you.
Right there.
There.
Right there.
Eventually somebody will show up. It says there's one person on, right?
It says there's 3 people on there.
3 people? I can't see.
I'm only 1, so that means there's ghosts more. I'm waiting for you to yell at me.
Not going.
There's no be ghost months. It was. What's that? No moss.
Okay, that's enough.
No, I'm
oh, come on. Yes, I do.
See, you do. You're not gonna pay for this later. So bad. I get to go to my own room. Y'all are missing it. I don't want to introduce you yet because there ain't nobody here yet. I want to introduce you after we got people in here to say about the 2 people there. You are somebody. Okay, you're somebody, but the other people's.
Well, there's somebody, but we don't know who.
True.
We don't. We don't know.
I tried to get.
Are you trying to get comfortable? Is my arm bothering you?
No, it's the angle of the butt.
It's the angle of the butt.
So scooch back a little bit more.
So adjust.
I'm kind of short. I know, it's okay. There, see? It'll be all right. Okay. Now there. I feel like I'm just like, here. You want this behind you? Because I'm not sitting back after all that. You're not sitting back at all? No, I'll probably just say like this. That's what I wanted to do. But right there. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah? Now you don't feel like you're laying back with breath.
I'm surrounded by 2 hotties.
See, I'll be like this. I'm good. I need a stand. Hold this. I'm going to go get the other stand.
Okay.
I don't know if I remember how to set it up. It's not hard. I'll be back. I'm sure I can figure it out. I just don't know if I can do it. Put it more down towards a little bit. Okay, that's better. Thanks. Ziggy zag, floyd. Ah! That's not a song. That's a. It's right there because I found it. It's not a song. It's a Brazilian thing.
Ditty.
It's a Brazilian chant that they do.
It's a ditty. I don't know.
Soccer games.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
You doubt me? Oh, doubters one.
Nope.
Who's there? Billy Bird Outdoors.
Hey, how you doing?
He said he's a true ladies' man with a woman under each arm. That's right.
Yeah.
How you doing, Billy Bird?
Got my wife right here and my girlfriend right there.
Otherwise known as Michelle's cousin.
Cousin wives.
Also known as the cousin wife.
That's right.
That we love to torture the family with. It's hilarious. Because they don't like it when we say that. Billy Bird gave a heart. Oops. Wrong button. Here we go. It is fun times. It's always fun times.
Absolutely. We're hoping.
Excuse me. Got the burps.
Well.
What?
You took a drink.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
slightly
yeah.
delayed. Yeah, don't watch both because it'll trip you out.
Yeah.
Hi, Michelle. Hi. Had to get my pitch in there, right? My tone.
Pitch.
My
Your
pitch.
tone.
The tone. That's my hi.
Her customer service voice.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't think I did that much in customer service. It was
Okay.
usually like
The mom voice, the phone voice after you're yelling with kids. You're like, ah!
I never had to worry about customer service. My voice
Billy
was
Bird
like,
says LOL.
my voice was like, put your hands behind your back and quit moving.
Well, you got a good job that you yell at people.
And hit them.
Technically, you weren't supposed to touch them.
No.
You just laughed when you started.
We were allowed to beat the dog crap out of them. And we
That's so
did.
horrible. Wait. So we got 7 people. Do we want to
Awesome.
announce our guests now? Your guest, the guest.
Our guest, the guest. Okay. So everybody knows Michelle. And hopefully everybody knows me. This is Kelly. This is Michelle's cousin.
My cousin.
And she is, you're really going to start a YouTube channel, right?
I am. That's the plan.
She is getting ready to start her own YouTube channel. And we're going to let her talk about it real quick. And maybe she can get some subs and stuff. Tell everybody what the name is going to be. And then tell them why.
Hi, the name's going to be Kellyisms because I tend to make up my own words. And my son called them Kellyisms when he was little, and we just went with it. I do this because I can't think of words sometimes, so I just make them up. The channel is going to be basically my opinion on life, whatever I'm feeling that day.
And it's not always politically correct.
I'm never politically correct. Really.
It's a genuine channel with Kellyism. He says, LOL, Kellyism. Billy Bird. You know, Kelly, the one thing you can trust with Kelly is she's never going to lie to you. She'll keep it honest and she'll keep it, she usually tries to keep it kind. Kelly has a kind heart, but there's just times when Kelly knows you need a point blank straight, and that's how she shoots it. And
believe it or not, I'm actually the tactful one in the family.
true.
However,
I've got none. Her sister's worse than I am.
However, I am very direct.
Yes.
So
it'll be fun to see how your channel grows. And
So Michelle will definitely subscribe to that channel. I will subscribe to the channel. So as soon as it
I'll
comes
have
up.
a link.
Yeah.
Do you have it already made? Is it like,
yeah, they had me.
I'm going to look for it real quick. So hold on. We'll be right back.
Yeah, well, we're not going anywhere.
Well, you're not going anywhere, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
I thought I already
So if anybody
subscribed to it,
makes any
actually.
comments right now, we can't read them because
I can
you're
still
just
read
too
them.
far away.
I can still see them.
Oh, okay.
Billy Bird says, Kelly and I are alike. That's why I get banned from channels. Well, that's why I've banned a few people from my channel. Ooh, that's not you.
I might
Interesting.
have to get it all
Did you
set up.
check and make sure no one else was using that?
They said it didn't work.
I just found like 2 that were.
Really?
You've been.
Yeah. See,
We'll figure it out.
there's one.
And then I will let them know and they can let you know.
Yeah, as soon as we have her going, we'll definitely be linking. Yeah, I usually do this. When I have to read comments and, you know, I try to keep it like that. You guys might also hear a lot of noise, traffic noise.
There's a road directly behind
There's
you.
a road like 50, 60 feet in front of the house.
It's close.
It's close to a major
She
road that
doesn't
runs
have
through
a
our
front.
town.
Yeah, she doesn't have a front yard.
Well, she's not strip.
I have a flower bed.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because anything green I tend to kill.
Whatever. I'm looking at green stuff over there. I have wood
That
houses.
is by the grace of God.
You could jump from your porch to the sidewalk out
I could if I jump, which I don't.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Angie. Angelina's here. I don't want to know what was said. I think I
there. I told her she could jump. She goes, I don't jump. Things bounce.
do know. Word. All right, so we have Sherry Anders. Angelina Story has joined us. Hi, guys. Billy Bird says, come on now, why are you doing that? She is in the house that wouldn't sell when they put the highway in. Actually, the road, that's funny. The road didn't used to be this big of a road, and as the town has grown, the road has had to grow, and so the houses lost their front yards. Her house is probably one of the older ones in town.
Yeah,
Like
it's 100 years old.
it's a neat old house. So it's got beautiful woodwork, all the old classic woodwork around all the windows and stuff. The only thing she's missing that my parents had in their house was the pocket doors.
Which would be so cool.
I know, right?
But there
And
really
would
aren't
probably
any.
be better than the ones that don't latch.
So it's three, there's 2 bedrooms and then a bathroom. And neither one of the bedroom doors latch. And the bedroom that we're staying in, if you walk past it, the door just kind of, and
It opens up, yeah.
it's so creepy to hear.
The first time it happened, I was like, oh no. No.
It was funny. And then the other night, she was trying to shut her bedroom door and latch it, and I kept hearing the conk, 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 conk. And I'm like, the door won't latch.
Okay. Full disclosure, I don't live with anybody, so my door's never been closed before. So when they got here, I was trying to be, private
Modest.
and close the door, and it just said
Angelina
no.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I have absolutely no problem.
Angelina says, make sure your butt is covered, Richard.
That's never covered.
So Billy Bird says, where are we now? We are back in Kokomo, Indiana.
We're still here in Kokomo.
I'm really happy about that, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of family is not upset at all.
I
And it
think
is nice to get to see family while we're here. And thank God, because family has been the blessing and a half to us. Angie says he might rather it being uncovered.
well, I could just say that when we had our own place, when Michelle and I were still living here, you didn't come over to the house and just walk in. I can tell you that much.
No, you text 30 minutes before, and then you honked when you got in the driveway,
and then you knocked at the door.
and then you knocked at the door. You waited until they said,
which my mom never learned.
Which-
Hi, Bradley!
Which has got nothing to do with anything other than I am a nudist in my house.
Angelina said sister wives.
No, cousin wives. Cousin wives.
Cousin wives.
They're cousins. Cousin wives.
Did
Now,
you hear me say Bradley?
Oh,
Say hi to Brad.
hey, I would not be opposed to that in any way, shape, or form.
Except we don't share.
at all, and we don't
Kelly
play
and I-
well with others.
No. So. Hi, tea time. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
So now we have more people in here. We probably ought to tell them again who she is at least.
Oh, okay. Michelle, myself, Michelle's cousin,
Cousin, sister,
Hi.
wife.
my next wife.
I'm sorry. What you doing with me?
Well, when you get tired of
Am I
me,
going somewhere I didn't
There's
know?
When
no
you
way
get
I
tired of
crossed that lady ever.
when you get tired of me, I got one in the wings waiting.
But I do let him carry in my groceries.
Yeah. And he's a good guy. He doesn't mind, do you?
I don't mind.
Because I got the good ones. Took forever to get him to be the good ones.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So anyway, Kelly is going to be starting her own YouTube channel soon. So as soon as that happens, we will
let you know.
Let you know and try to get her to. I was just made a comment. Michelle made a video. Was it yesterday, day before, or whatever? Whenever.
When we were here.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. And I made comment on that because you had like instantly like
comment,
almost 200 views.
Yeah.
So because I still only get like 30 views a video.
And I've told you how to fix that. I've told you how to fix it. And you don't. And I responded to you. Maybe you need to take my advice. Just saying.
Shorten my videos.
These hour-long walks you love, but people don't want to see the same walk in 3 different videos for 20 minutes.
That's probably true.
Edit it down to a 12 to 15-minute video with the highlights.
But everything is highlights.
No, not everything is highlight.
The comments are going.
I know, I'm getting ready to read. Bradley Whitworth says, I'm having a week from home. My work truck broke down. Oh no. My water truck busted. I spent $1,000 and now I may need a new motor because it's knocking. Oh no.
Sorry to hear
Hi,
that.
Dick and Dana.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Bradley, I am so sorry, dude.
Yeah,
And we thought we had
I was
trouble.
saying we were complaining about our issues.
We just have a hose and
We have a hose and 2 gaskets.
and gaskets that need to be fixed.
It's
But
still going to cost us.
Your gasket?
We blew 2 gaskets.
Yay!
yeah,
When you go do it, you do it good.
that's what I like to
It's
hear.
not necessarily that we blew it because we were doing something wrong.
Don't step on my toes.
Okay. No, I guess I won't say nothing. No, I'm just kidding. She's got almost 200,000 miles on her. These are just things that break down over time, and it was time, so.
And luckily it happened while we were here.
Yeah, while we were in Kokomo, so we can have our
What
normal.
they're saying is she's really.
She is, but she's been a good girl. She's been great on the trip so far. Can't
Absolutely.
complain at all.
Absolutely.
Sherry says, Paul says hi.
Hey, Paul.
Okay. Okay, the delay is killing me this time for some reason. I don't know why it's trippy.
Now she's getting tripped
It's
out
like
by the
you're on
delay.
a really bad trip.
Like time travel.
Between watching that and then watching this, there's like a 4 or 5 second delay. But the comments pop up on mine before they pop up on there. Figure that out. Oh yeah, pay. Sorry, Sherry.
What?
Patience. Pay is patience. I called her Paul.
Oh.
I'm too busy laughing. Patience, are you feeling any better? FYI. You need to get better, girlfriend.
I hope so. We had a very good time at class Saturday. Abner.
You and Abner, no?
Well, no, it was Abner and I, but then a new student showed up.
Oh yeah, potential.
Well, he'd probably be here
For what it's worth.
So.
All 3 of us. Oh no! All 3 of them are on round 2 of the sickness.
Uh-oh.
And she said that Patience has influenza A.
That sucked.
Yeah. Tea Time says there is no guarantee with any vehicle. I just bought a new Honda that I had to take to the dealership to get a software update. Yeah. Pay cannot go back to school until at least Friday. Holy cow.
Ugh.
That stinks. And she's not even home for something fun.
No.
Angelina
What?
says she's sick too.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we gotta stay away from
I was actually gonna see about. I was gonna say earlier today. I was gonna say, hey, why don't we go see what Angie's doing?
Well, she was at work, honey. She works during the day.
Oh well.
Duh! She runs that daycare.
I know that.
Oh my Lanta. I don't know what to do with him.
I don't know
tell
either.
I'll shake my head at him.
Like that.
I don't need to do that.
We need to get her in one of these.
I know. We were gonna do it that night we went over there, but the kids were kind of being rowdy and crazy. Now we were both
Oh,
so
they were
tired.
not.
No, they were being good, but I'm just not used to doing stuff with kids around me anymore. It's bad.
So I was sitting.
All right, hold on. Billy Bird says, no, I don't think it's the coronavirus. It's just the flu that they've got. And then Angie says, ooh, I'm not horrible, just sore throat. I'll be good by the weekend.
Good.
That's Angie's way of saying, please let me do a live with you.
I was
I don't know what.
Oh yeah. Dad had gotten some of those pictures from Debbie.
Billy Bird says, take 2 limes and call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Word.
And
Yeah, influenza A, sure, that's what I thought.
and Jake was in it, little Jakey, and he and I just hung out when we were in Florida, little cutie, and then I realized, looking at the picture of Jake when he was like a little kid, that
He looks like Angelina's
he
little
looks
guy.
exactly like Angie's little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
Tea Time asked, how are the boys?
Well,
Jaden is so busy we can't even get over.
I have not. We haven't seen Jaden but one time since we've been here. Yep. And Michael.
Kim says
Michael's not feeling well, and
we actually took him to the doctor this morning.
He's got because of his work. He's got a nasty rash.
It goes down his arm
Because he works with very wet and slimy
meat stuff. Okay, so Angelina says she loves those pits. Cherry Hookah 2020 joined us. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim. How you doing?
She says, "Hey, beauties. Who is the new face? I'm just now attending. We'll get to that in a second."
Hello.
And then Angie says, "Eli loves you. We love you too, Eli."
He's my buddy. He's my buddy. And the only reason Eli likes me is because he and I are the same age.
So true.
You're talking mentally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know, how old is he? He's about yay tall.
Eli's 2.5, right? Hi, Catherine G from Ireland.
Ireland.
Hi, Andre Custer from Brazil.
Brazil.
Woo!
Love your jiu-jitsu.
So this is my cousin, Kelly. You've often heard me call cuz, say cuz this, cuz that. That is cuz. Oh, Billy Bird says, Cherry, that is Mr. Bentley's new squeeze.
Not new. I've had a thing for her since Michelle and I've been together.
Yep, it's true fact, Jack. Angelina says he'll be 2 February 21st. Oh, that's right. We gotta go to his birthday. Don't let me forget, Angie. You gotta remind me.
So he's actually a little older than I am.
Yes, a little older.
Okay.
And Kim says, hey, cousin. Hello. Cherry says, should I leave? Ha ha ha. Catherine G says, Sally has a beautiful home. She does have a beautiful home.
Very nice.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Brad says the new motor is 7,000. Holy cow!
Just buy a new vehicle.
Yeah.
That hurt.
But a used motor, I can get 70,000 miles on it, and it's 1,500. Well, then
go for the used.
Go for the used. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Unless you can afford it.
Nobody can afford that. Jeff says, you buying? Dude,
I wish I
could.
could.
That, we would have our Class C.
I wish I could.
Oh my gosh. We found the absolute perfect size one.
We did.
Everybody's laughing at Billy.
We were driving. Where were we?
The real show doesn't start till 8 p.m. Billy's.
The what?
The real show.
Oh.
Cherry says, you behave there, Billy. Nah, Billy's fine, Kim. He's fine. Yeah, this motorhome, it's a Sunseeker.
2015
Sunseeker. But the size on it is literally
perfect.
Perfect.
Listen to Deanna. We're always keeping this
That's
I
right.
know, right?
So I can't remember where we were going. Oh, we were taking.
Took Michael, we went and picked Michael and
We were picking
up.
Michael and Jalinda up. No, just Jalinda. We were picking Jalinda up from work, and we passed an RV.
No pop-ups. Nothing we have to tow.
Yeah, no
we
pop
won't
now.
do tow vehicles.
Yeah, I don't want no fifth wheel. I don't want
to tow.
I don't want anything we tow. I would like a Class C. The size of a small little truck would be perfect for us.
So we can refurb.
But
anyway,
we found it.
It's $45,000.
Yeah, and we. Yeah.
I'm like,
Holy crap!
Yeah.
No, right? And it wasn't even brand new.
No.
I'm like, that's a house, right? So it ain't gonna happen.
Not a very big house, but it's a house.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. So, I mean, we were excited because we actually found exactly what we wanted.
We
So
did.
now we would know what to shop for.
Yeah.
Then we heard the price. I'm like, well, there goes the shopping spree.
And then he either misunderstood me or didn't
Cherry,
know
we couldn't do them down to what we could afford.
that
I don't think they're going to go from 40,000 to 5,000. It's just not
we
gonna happen.
couldn't afford 500 right now.
Tea Time says that's as much as a fixer-upper house.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah. And this did need a little work to it that we know of. Like, I didn't start it, we didn't drive it, and I didn't have anybody look it over.
Well, regardless, it's still gonna need new tires.
Yeah, the one thing hi, Michelle. Oh, Michelle says she just bought a lottery ticket. If I win, I'll get one for you. Ray!
Win!
So anyway, I can't watch that. All of my flailing around is like 4 seconds later on my phone. I'm like, ah! So anyway, yeah, there's no way, like, I don't even know how much new tires, because it would need 6 tires, and they're roughly like, I think $400 each, so do that math if you want. And then the benches have been taken out. The table was still there, but both of the benches have been taken out, so we want to pull out the table and put a couch in there. We don't know if it had any water leaks, like underneath with the shower or
we just looked at it. We never did
literally
any.
went in and fell in love and then left.
Yeah, because there was no way we were going to be able to afford it, and I didn't want to torture myself any more than necessary.
Kim says she'd rob a bank, but they already been hit and they don't keep the money there. Well, that's not okay, I guess. I don't know.
You know, it's not the hard part getting the money from the bank. The hard part is staying away from the cops
afterwards, right? Tea Time says no matter what your circumstances, you guys have each other and have fun, and I love it. Well, thank you,
yes,
and it's true.
That's absolutely true.
Bradley says blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm sure it's not what Bradley said, but that's how I'm reading it. But the mechanic says if I put all the money and something else happens, so I may put crushing it. I don't have it. It's an O2. Don't know it's an O2 Dodge. You know, if it's that much of a worry, I would probably start looking for something newer, honestly. It's an O2. That's like an 18-year-old vehicle, dude. How many miles are on it?
God, that seems so weird.
Ours is an 08.
I know, but it seems so weird that it's so, I mean, like, 2020.
I know, yeah. Yeah, the fact that 2002 is 18 years ago. Yeah. And so I think if you're coming up with $1,500 down, or $1,500, I'd put $1,500 down on something if you can afford it.
That's true. That's true.
You can afford it. I mean, if it's a work truck, you don't need something brand new. Hi, Danny.
Hello.
Danny Schwab is in the house.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
We got 20 people on here, guys. Can you just smash that like button for us, please, please, please? Angelina, if someone is handing out money, I would gladly take some right in your pocket.
Yeah.
Word. Nicely said, Angie. Nicely said.
Wouldn't that be fun? You know, and as a matter of fact, I don't even care about the money. I just want what the money can do for me. I don't care about money.
Danny Schwab says he's so feels a little better today. Well, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
Richard and I weren't sure we were even going to do this tonight because we were having kind of a rough morning.
I've been feeling kind of
honestly
off kilter for the last couple of days, and I know why.
Why?
Because I have not been out in the woods in like
that's true too.
A week.
I think part of it for us also is we've been drinking city water. Ooh.
I don't think that's bothering.
That's my stomach. I know that's why my stomach.
I have bottled water. They just weren't drinking it.
Because we don't want to cost our hosts. We don't want to cost too much of money. So we try not to be like crazy. Angelina says I'm really doing someone else a favor. The heavy pockets can give them all kinds of problems.
There you go. You're just trying to help them from getting back problems.
Trying to be a blessing, aren't you?
That's right. She just doesn't want to have a back problem. I hear you.
I just want to be a blessing.
You know, I really think that the reason that my lives are demonetized is because you constantly singing.
But you're supposed to be able to do it for up to 15 seconds before they mock you.
No, they pop you.
And half of the stuff I've been doing tonight isn't recognizable. It's not like a song. It's just something like So
We
sing
just
it,
happened to
sing
put
it.
everything to song.
Yeah, we put everything to music.
Yes,
It's the
but
same.
if those robots see a rock out in the woods that looks like
I
a toy
know,
truck, they're
I
gonna get you
know.
for that too.
Bradley says it's got 160,000 miles on it.
That's less than our van.
That's less than our van. Angelina Story says, "Yep, just being a good member of society. Every time she sings, just scream really loud."
Just you get started with
Oh my
all right, we're
God.
gonna test that theory out. All right, on the count of 3, you start to sing something, and everybody's gonna start yelling. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Hey, it does work.
Don't do that when I sing.
Oh! Feel the love, not at all. Angie says, "Ah!" and Danny says, "LOL."
Well, it's true because every
Oh, my
time
hair's trying to be nuts.
every time I go back
Stop it.
You got hair being
look at the lives, they're always demonetized or they always have that little partial monetization or whatever it is, because it's got to be because I don't curse a lot. Well, I don't, damn it.
See, you ruined it. I was fixing to say, I hardly ever hear you cuss.
I don't very often.
Kim says, thank God I'm not wearing headphones.
No.
I know, right? We should put a warning up. Okay,
Oh,
for
yeah.
earbud wearers, sorry. What do you consider a lot? She says. Angie says.
About cussing?
I'm assuming.
Cussing or singing?
Well, I'm assuming.
I don't sing much at all. I curse every chance I get.
Did you hear me?
Thank God. Yeah, I heard
said
that.
You don't sing much at all. I said, thank God.
I couldn't carry a tune if I had a 50-gallon bucket.
She said, yep, cussing.
Yeah.
We have conversations all the time, and seriously, never.
Oh, no, he doesn't. I've got a potty mouth that's like really bad.
I do on occasion. It depends on my mood.
It does.
I mean, when I get sloshy drunk, I cuss like I say.
You've never.
How many years have you guys been together?
23.
Not one time. He has picked us up, but he has never been drunk.
Yeah,
No,
Angie,
I was drunk once
Angie said not in her.
on my 21st birthday.
No, not
since.
Oh, no. I
Angelina
haven't.
said he did a really good job not cussing at my house, and then Jay Lee says, "Hi guys, hi Jay."
Hey. No, I try not to. I mean, if I get really comfortable, and if something triggers me, I'll cuss like a sailor.
You get triggered.
I get triggered a lot. Like when you start speaking that language.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Kim says, "You know, parts fall off when you cuss, Richard."
Your hair falls out.
Your hair falls out.
One piece at a time. Look at that.
No mouse plumage.
So I knew I should not have said that. I knew when I said it, I'm like, oh, that's just
Can worms open.
that's just giving them the opportunity to start that crap. Yes.
You guys ever want to like totally push him off the edge?
No, they don't.
Are you sure?
Ask me how. I can tell you.
Are you sure?
I don't care. You can tell. It doesn't bother me.
Speak it in Spanish.
It's not the only thing that drives me nuts. No, come on. If you're gonna speak a foreign language in front of me, make it Japanese or anything. German.
She said she's trying to figure out what language we're talking about. Freaking Sie Deutsch.
That doesn't bother me.
No, just habla
Just
español.
stop.
I don't do Japanese except
I can tell.
arigato.
Domo arigato.
See, that's it.
The only-
That's just from the song.
I can
See
only.
that I can't sing. So
I only speak just enough.
See, he's the bum sucker, right?
I am. I speak just enough to tell you I'm going to punch you or kick you or how I'm going to twist your arm off, or how I'm going to cramp down your neck.
And how many times you're gonna do it, because you can count.
And how many times, and how many seconds it's going to take me to do it.
Ugh! You hurted my hip.
I apologize. I'll fix it later.
Awesome.
My door does not close.
You're invited.
I don't share. I love her, but no. Holy day, I'm gonna smack you. I'll start singing.
No.
Angelina said that was tone. That was like musically toned.
Musically toned.
What is that?
Music goes like this. Angelina says I can't speak Japanese. She says Angelina says I can speak Japanese. It's origami.
Origami. There you go.
There
There you go.
Oh my god. It's so funny. Look at the little look on his face because he just knows I want to do it again. Hi, Layla.
Hey, see, I almost did that. You can't say Layla without singing Layla.
I just did because you make me
Because I made you?
not sing it.
Oh. What I do is like, sing Layla. Sing Layla.
You said I can't sing.
No, we can't sing on here.
So what if it's a song we make up?
I don't
That's
think
what
you
I'm
can even
saying.
do that.
Because there's been nights when I know I have not sang anything popular and they still ping me.
If you just carry a tune, they'll get you.
We could be in trouble.
They're freaking
I know,
socialists.
right?
They are.
So he thinks it's me. I think it's his comments about how horrible they are.
It might be.
Too.
It might be. Because you know how they
It's
are.
all on me, Ninja. You're sitting here too.
I'm not blaming it all on you. I'll
Yeah.
accept just as much responsibility. That maybe I am and maybe I'm not. If I were, you wouldn't know it.
Danny says if she wants to sing, go to the song approved by YouTube, learn them in song.
There you go. There, you could go
They're
in
not
there.
as fun though.
How does your intro go?
I can't sing that.
You don't have to
it's a
sing it.
melody.
You can just hum it or go whatever. You know.
Do what?
You
Go how?
Whatever.
I don't remember which one we use all the time because there's Fluffing the Duck, which I think is a hilarious name for a song.
Oh, that's what
Splashing around.
Fluffing the duck.
That's the name of the song, I promise. I promise that's the name of the one song.
I'm too perverted for this stuff.
Mine is called Greenleaf Stomp.
I sing everything. It's bad.
You should have seen us when we were in college class.
Oh my gosh, our professors would be like, ladies. We'd be like, what?
We can literally take any situation, any sentence, and turn it into a song.
Or a movie quote. Or, yeah.
It's a gift.
Just anything that disrupts everybody else around you.
It was only math class
Oh,
It was
well.
not only math
and
class,
sociology
and
and
hums, and
yeah, all of them.
I think the one that got, I won't say the maddest, but kind of the most frustrated was Professor Thomas at IUK. She just didn't know what to do with us.
No sense of humor. How do you have no sense of humor and be a sociology professor?
Angie says that sounds just like my mama. Has to sing everything. Probably why I like her so much. Now, is she know Kevin? Angie know
Oh, yeah,
Kevin?
she knows Kevin.
Are you going tomorrow, Angie? To the viewing and the funeral and then the get together afterwards at the park? We won't be here tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to a family thing.
A funeral.
Another family member passed away.
That's two since we've been home.
Since we've been home.
That's funny.
Angelina says she sings everything.
Yes.
Yeah, we do too. Yeah, Professor Thomas just wasn't sure what to
Well,
do
to
with
be
us.
fair, we were over 40 in college with a bunch of 18-year-olds. We had to do something not to kill them.
Word.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, okay. Then I have to go to work and I'll be back at the get together when I get off. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, I'm sorry. You know I'm horrible with the genealogy.
What?
It's Kevin was her cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all know I'm horrible. Don't be judging me now. Too late. 23 years in.
They're
Too late.
both my cousins.
You're judged.
Kim says that she's so sorry for our losses. Thank you, Kim.
Well, as some of you may know, the first one that passed away technically wasn't any relation to
No,
me.
not at this point.
Yeah, well, she never was in any.
Well, but okay, so she used to be married to a dad.
Yeah, the first one that just recently passed, she actually was on the 5th. The 5th of January. Let's see, hold on.
She said she grew up calling Kevin uncle.
Number 3, my dad's third wife just passed away this month. So we went to her memorial, and now
they left lickety split because it got
for her it kind of got awkward.
It got awkward.
Yeah, but well, you gotta. Michelle had some interesting connections
to the people there.
To the people that were there, as did I to some degree.
Yes, that was the other part of the awkward.
Yeah,
I had it on both sides. It wasn't good.
Yeah,
We got to go.
and although I didn't hang out with Kevin a lot, I was around Steve, mainly Steve.
Yeah.
Mainly Steve was the one that I was around the most.
Angie said they showed up at the tail end of Debbie's memorial.
Okay. And
yeah, we left.
you never got to meet John, did you?
Me?
No, Angie.
Angie?
I know you didn't meet John.
I'll be running into the funeral tomorrow, so I told Mom to save me a seat. Oh, okay. Did you ever meet John? Who's John?
Chaplain.
Well, he acts like I should know.
Well, you just said you'd never met him.
Exactly. So how would I know?
Actually, my dad and John used to live next door to each other.
Which John?
Who I didn't. What's that? I can't read it.
She didn't hear the name. John.
Oh, John, his dad.
Stop
trying to read the thing because you ain't got your glasses on. You
I wouldn't be able to read it even if I could. Yeah.
Even if you could.
Yeah.
What? Well, I gotta go. I'm trying to stop back. All right, Danny. Thanks for stopping in, dude.
Thanks for coming by.
No, Angie did not know.
Okay. I didn't think you'd ever met him. I can't remember. He passed away.
Well, she'll say he passed away in like 91.
Maybe it was even before that.
Yeah, see? How does she know that?
Yeah,
Angie,
I don't know.
You mind if we ask what year you were born, sweetie? Just so I can prove that my husband is a dork.
You can tell me, and I'm still going to forget in 10 minutes.
She was close to Kevin, Bob, Brian, and Guy.
Okay. Now, see, Steve, I knew Steve the most, and Guy, I was around him a little bit, but that was about the only ones.
I'm gonna start singing again. 92.
92, yeah,
I was
okay.
so close.
Okay.
I was so
She was
close.
born in 92?
Yeah.
Oh my.
She's a baby.
Oh.
Kelly says, we're old. Keep that weed to yourself over there.
You're a year behind me. Don't get cocky.
You go first.
He goes first.
True. All right, Sherry, what are you guys fixing for supper? Sherry said she's got to go pay some food.
Oh, okay.
You know, Pay is old enough to go fix her own. I'm just kidding. I know she's sick right now. Angelina, Steve wasn't around a ton when I was a kid. We lived close to Guy.
Okay.
Sherry said steak. I'm going to Sherry's house.
Yeah, well,
Angelina's having sloppy joes. Ooh, that sounds good too.
Steve lived in St. Pete when I was there with his wife. I can't remember her name now.
Lisa.
Anyway, I can't remember her name now.
Lisa.
No, I don't remember.
Katerina.
I don't know. I don't. Anyway.
Michael.
Geneva. So we're just throwing out names.
We are.
Throwing out names. No. So.
Shanae Lafini III. Isn't that what Michael used to say?
Yeah, something like
Shanae
that.
Lafini III.
No, you added a couple names in there.
Shanae Lafini III or something like that. He always had something weird. It was funny.
These two are hilarious all the time.
Who try?
No, we're not. We're usually like slugs on the couch. What are we watching now?
No. They don't just watch it. They make commentary, which we all do. We make up stuff all the time. We can't just watch a show. We got to interject our own stuff.
Well, of course, because that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yes.
We need to have a microphone to these producers to tell them what they're doing wrong, because some of these shows are stupid. And Dojo, hi Dojo.
Hey, how you doing?
Dojo's allotment specialist. That's his whole channel. We're calling Dojo. Dojo.
And the last I heard, he doesn't. It was a name he was given when he was a kid, and he's not sure how he got it. I think that was the explanation.
Your memory's better than mine on that stuff, so I'm not going to question you at all.
And I think he's in England somewhere. I think.
Nice.
I think. Am I correct or am I mistaken?
Dojo's rolling his eyes like, I'm paying through this again.
I-
in our defense, we've told you we have really bad names.
I have a horrible
I
memory.
need to start taking notes on everybody. When your name pops up, just pull out your little card. He says, yes, you're right. I'm assuming about the name so far.
The name and I believe the place.
The place?
I think so.
Yeah, this sounds right.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously, I need to take quick notes on everybody.
I remembered him talking to Sty about it.
Yeah.
He was on one of Sty's
Yes, England.
yes. I remember he was on one of Sty's lives and we were all sitting there chatting about it. And somebody was asking me what martial art I studied or something or other, and then of course that stuff started up, and then Dojo, and of course because of Dojo I asked him about martial arts, and then he told the story about the name, blah 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 blah.
It's a long story, dude.
Is it?
It was just now.
But I skipped a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. After the first couple sentences, all I heard was wah wah wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
We love you, honey.
Well, I appreciate it.
We love you so much. We make fun of you
Yes,
because we care.
yes,
I
I
love
know.
you.
Yes. So I got made fun of a lot.
And it's just fun.
So I got this. We should have done. We didn't do a live in South Carolina. Well, we didn't do a live in South Carolina at Payne's house. We should have done that.
Oh, God, no.
That would have been interesting.
Yes, it would have. I bet the comments would have been great.
Dojo says we're so funny.
Well, I try.
I don't try.
As a matter of fact, I don't really try.
I was gonna say, I just be me. Because it's all I know how to be. I almost sang that, see?
Yeah,
I got it. Stop it right there. Like that.
Oh, we forgot to go. Ah!
See?
Yeah.
I'm not a cowboy anymore. Now fuck you, dude. It's your channel. It's your responsibility. It's not me.
That's right.
When I want to.
It's not my responsibility to.
Excuse me.
It is not my
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You're not going to win this one.
I know.
Excuse me.
I said.
Look, my phone's wigging out.
It is not my responsibility to control your life and to. Yeah, it's not.
But it is.
But it isn't.
But it is.
Okay. It's also not my responsibility, and I can't be held responsible to force her to wear a seatbelt, because in the state of Indiana, it's the driver that gets the ticket.
Angie wants to know how long we're going to stay at the park tomorrow.
I don't know.
No idea.
We don't know. What
You get off work at 6, right?
do you have
Do they have a building you're going
Yeah, we're
in?
going to the park at
Okay.
the Highland Park.
Yeah, is there a specific reason for the question? Or are you just curious?
She wants to see us. Because she has to go back to work and she gets off at 6 and she wants to see us. So she wants to know if we're going to be there.
What time are we supposed to be there? What time?
Just whenever the funeral ends.
What was that?
I don't know when it ends. It
When
starts
does
at
it start?
1.
1. Okay.
Okay, I said when it ends. You said when's that?
When's that?
I don't know.
Okay.
She said they have the building until 11.
At night?
Well,
Do
duh.
they party?
Well, they're chapels. Yes, they do.
Like I'm supposed to know that. I'm trying to heard that name.
No?
What?
I will make sure that we hang around long enough to where we
We
can
might
visit.
leave and come back.
We will make sure we visit with you.
How's that?
How's that?
Top that.
Top that.
That's a song I can start singing again.
You could, but you're not gonna, are you? Ah! Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that.
Well, what's my shoulder to do
So anyway,
that?
like I was saying before, in the state of Indiana, when you get a seatbelt violation, they don't give it to the passenger, they give it to the driver. Now, my argument to that is this.
I'm an adult.
She is an adult, and get this, and this will be supported. Yes, this will be supported in the court of law. According to the word of law, there are only 2 professions that are allowed to physically restrain another human being.
Oh, this ought to be good.
A police officer and a psychotherapist. They're the only 2.
Your psychotherapist can restrain you?
There's going to be a harm to yourself.
They're the only 2 that are allowed. I am neither. Therefore, I have no legal right to force her to wear restraint. Plus,
I'm gonna go Espanol.
hold on. Plus, I don't have the moral obligation. It's not my moral job to control her life. Well, that was for entertainment purposes. And it was voluntary.
I'm still stuck on the psychotherapist restraining you. That brings up a whole different type of therapy.
Well, I mean, if you're threatening to cut yourself or...
They're the only 2.
Not where my brain went.
They're the only 2
My brain did not go there.
They're the only 2 professions that
somebody said something.
have the legal right to restrain you.
Dojo says over here, police and security officers.
Oh, a security officer ever try to handcuff me? I'm beating somebody's ass.
Might be in trouble.
No, you better have.
We'd be driving that motor home for sure, because that lawsuit's gonna pay off big.
Now I'll tell you this much though.
Tell me.
I'm telling you.
Hold on. Kim says shoe like either a cop or psychopath. No, psychopathist. Touch me. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
I've had a psychopath restrain me.
Right? Boy.
I used to work loss prevention for a department store. I spent 10 years doing that, and we were actually issued handcuffs and encouraged to handcuff people.
My friend restrained someone with handcuffs. She worked at the place.
Yes.
Adult place?
Yes, the adult's place. And she
She
got
went to
the
the
handcuffs
adult
from
place?
the adult place and tackled him and handcuffed him. And the cop, you're not supposed to do that.
No, it's against the law for another person to
restrain.
Guess what? He didn't get away.
Well, no, I understand that. I was
watching an episode of Live PD last night, and there were the mom and the dad, and they were elderly, like in their 80s, and then...
I'm real glad you went with that older age. I'm about to go off.
Well, I was trying to... Like, I was debating on if they were even in their 90s. They were, like, really elderly. And then the adult kids were in the house. Well, the 2 adult daughters got in a fight, and somehow or another, the drunker of the adult daughters started attacking the parents and scratching them. So the brother tackled her and literally sat on her in the middle of the living room floor until the cops could get there. And the whole time he's on her, she is scratching him. Like she's on her stomach, he's on her back, and she's still managing to reach up and scratch him. He had scratches on his face, on his chest, on his
Well, he wasn't beating her down properly.
That's what I said. I said, dude, you need to hit her harder. But the cop was like, well, you did a good job, but, and I'm like, that ain't no but, because there were other people getting harmed.
That's family. You can't tell the cop you can't.
Right, and there were other people getting harmed.
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like I just was baffled by the cop going, but, and then they kind of cut away, and I thought, there's no but to that.
Because, a police officer.
And that was in South Carolina. That was in Richmond.
A police officer's job.
Hey guys, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way.
Is
like
their only duty is to uphold the laws that are written the way they're written.
Yeah.
And
it's not their job to interpret the law.
No, they do not. They're not supposed to interpret.
They're supposed to follow it the way it is written.
But they're fired up a little bit. Can you tell?
But there's still some interpretation to it, even when they're following it, because they're following it to how they read it. That's interpretation.
Yes. No. They are following it by the way their department tells. They follow the laws by the way their department tells them to.
She says Kim says before they restrain me, they better buy me some supper first.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Angie. Yeah, we're not allowed to touch the kiddos without special training or special circumstances. Yeah, I can remember when I was doing childcare, I technically wasn't allowed to hug or affectionately pat a child on the back according to state law.
So stupid.
And I told that state official to bite my butt. Well, I'm sorry. Part of childcare is teaching children how to be a nurturing, caring person. Well, how can I do that if I can't show nurture or care?
Well, because some people like to
Ridiculous.
show a little too much nurturing. and
Well,
care.
you know, then address that issue when it happens, but don't just assume that we're all perverts. That's all I'll say
I
about
agree.
that.
We're not all perverts.
You okay? Yep, nope. What are you doing, you freakazoid?
We're not all perverts, just me.
So weird. Angie says, oh, wow, we can hug and pat. We pat children to sleep. Yeah, see, that was the day that the state guy told me that, and I didn't like this guy. He did our inspections twice, and both times him and I went head to head.
Well,
But he walked in at nap time, and of course, you know, you literally are sitting there patting backs on each side, and he's like, oh, no, you can't be doing that. I'm like, this is how they go to sleep. He's like, no, you can't touch them that way.
And how old?
2.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
that guy's dumb.
I'm like, okay, and I pulled my hands off the kids and just kind of sat there for a second. And he goes, so what are you gonna do? I said, well, I don't know. You tell me. You seem to have all the answers, and I'm doing everything wrong. And my boss, another reason she didn't like me, looks at me and goes, and I'm like, I need an answer. You guys always tell us what we can't do. I need you to start telling me what I can do instead. You've got to replace this with something. These kids use this to go to sleep. And he's like, well, we'll have to work on that problem, I guess. And then left the room, and I went right back to patting my kids. I'm like, bite me, Buster. She says, you'd have to go further down south to be a perv. Not true. Our state guy doesn't correct us in the middle of anything. We just get a write-up. Oh, no, this guy would stop us in the middle of, I was taking my kids to the bathroom, and he stopped me in the middle of walking my kids across the gym to the bathroom. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, bathroom. He's like, well, where's your helper? Because I had 12 kids and I was by myself. And I'm like, ask her. And I pointed to the boss. And I'm like, I'm just doing what I know to do. And he's like, well, you can't take these kids to the bathroom by yourself without an assistant. I said, sir, that one, and that one have to go to the bathroom now. Unless you plan on staying here changing the wet clothes and telling them why they had to, what's that word? Embarrass themselves and urinate on themselves, then we'll stand here. But otherwise, I'm taking them to the bathroom. He's like, do you do this often? I said, I'm taking them to the bathroom.
Every time they have to pee.
Yeah. And these were my 3-year-olds actually, when I had my 3-year-olds. And the 3 that had to go to the bathrooms were the ones that I had just moved up from the 2-year-old room. When I moved up, they had just moved up with me and they were still just finishing their potty training. And the only reason the one got to move up is because I went with her, and then my boss knew that I wouldn't just ignore the fact that she was freshly potty trained and still, because when they're just learned, they still have accidents on occasion if you're not paying attention.
I have no idea. I'm not potty trained yet.
That's right. I keep working on it, but it's a lost cause, I think. So anyway, yeah, he was not a nice guy. I didn't like him at all. He and I butted heads several times.
Well, it just goes to show you, people who think they have authority.
Yeah. Oh, he loves to think.
You could just shorten that. People are stupid.
Kelly said you could shorten that to people who are stupid.
People are very nice.
Crickets. Tell them why you use that one.
I got nothing.
You ain't got nothing?
See, Angie, exactly. And when I pointed out that it was a director,
Angie, exactly.
I'm getting ready to tell you what she said. I knew you were going to that. Angie said erasure problem is not a teacher problem, it's a director problem. Which was why I said ask her. Because I'm like, I don't make calls when people don't show up, dude. I take care of the kids. That's my job. He also didn't like, because I literally called him dude.
Dude.
That made him mad. Yeah. Exactly. Say it loud enough so they can hear you.
Dude is an infected butt hair.
Yeah, he was not nice.
Oh.
Oh!
Tell them how Posh got started.
Oh, yeah. So,
Salon?
Does anybody know
hold
how
on,
to work?
Angie said, I'd like to say I'm a good director and would never let my teachers get put in the middle of things. Oh, she never defended me to anybody. Ever. Ever.
We have.
Let's
words
just say
for-
it. She was a butthole.
She was a dude.
She was a dude.
I was gonna say it starts with the B.
Rhymes with itch. She dressed up like a witch one year for Halloween, and several of the employees and I went, "Oh no, she did not." Boy, so posh. I found out that the word posh is actually a nautical term that was started when people would travel, and he gave 2 destinations, but it was over in England, and they would take a boat from one port to another port instead of riding in a, like a wagon or whatever they rode in, because it was faster. But if you sat on port side out, which is left, correct? Port is left, starboard's right, yes. So if you sat on the port side on the way out to your destination, you could see land and not have to stare at the open nothingness of the ocean. And then if you were on the way back and you sat starboard, again, you had the same view of the land and didn't have to see, didn't have to see the open ocean, so you would sit starboard home. So port out, starboard home, P-O-S-H is posh. So if you were rich enough to afford a posh seat, it meant that you had money and you sat in the good seats.
Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
That's cool.
I learned that watching a movie this morning or last night sometime that I watched like that much of it turned off. So anyway,
I think the
Angelina says, "What an idiot." Word. I had a rug in my room forever. And then all of a sudden one day he comes in and says, "You can't have a rug, it's a tripping hazard." Been in my room for 2.5 years, dude. None of my kids have tripped over it. However, that cabinet right there has caused several head wounds. Do we need to take it out?
yeah.
To which my director went, and I went, "Facts are facts. I can show you the reports." She didn't like me.
That's the one you guys didn't have secured and it fell on that kid, right?
Yeah.
It ended up falling on the kid, yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Nearly crippled that kid too.
That was fun.
Yeah. And somehow she skated through that too and ended up not getting anything done to her. Yeah, they said I couldn't tape them down. She said, "We have rugs, just tape them down." Yeah, they said we couldn't have them at all. But again, this was like 8 years ago. So, and again, every time they came in, they would change the rules on something. Why does it keep doing this?
I think a lot of it has to do with the individual inspector or whatever.
Yes, and what mood they're in.
Yeah.
Yep, totally agree.
All of that is why I never went into childcare.
I didn't go into child care because of Childs.
She said they were just BSing you. Oh, I completely believe that.
Yeah.
They tried to BS us a lot. I mean, a lot. And what was weird was I was never the one to start the conversation or the confrontation. You would always come at me with attitude. I don't address attitude from anybody with anything but more attitude, so.
That's fact.
I don't care if you're 2 or 20.
On the upside of that.
She said that's exactly what it is. Each inspector is different.
On the upside of that, if you have a beef with someone that's bugging you, I just say, "Nick, get them."
Fact. She'd be like, "Nick, oh, fine. Dude, back the freak off." Who was the one guy? It was in that computer class.
He was so
weird.
weird.
I finally literally looked at
He
him.
would stand behind me and smell my hair.
Mhm.
Now,
That
No.
is just disgusting.
You know what he's about to do, right?
I know you. I didn't know him.
He would come in that door, and we were sitting. Oh gosh! So you're on your own, dude. But we were. There's too many rules for them to remember. They just make stuff up, And I get that there's a lot of regulations and stuff does change all the time. But dang it, quit trying to be a nitpicky ninny and just let things be. If it's working and it's not getting, causing any harm, and the kids are safe and happy and healthy, let it go. But anyway, in this computer class, back to that story, this guy would come in, and our seats were like right by the door, and like the door was behind us, and he would come in, go the 3 seats to her, stop, and literally start to lean over, and I finally started going, stop it. Like, didn't I? Didn't I have to?
Yes.
I had to literally look at him and say, stop
And he
messing with her, go
Speak
away.
to me. He
No.
wouldn't talk. He'd
No.
just stand behind me.
He would creep her
Sniffing
behind her.
me.
It was so weird and so disgusting. And it was literally me going, dude, enough, go away. And he was like, oh. Like, he didn't realize he was even doing it half the time. And it almost got to a point where I was going to call, or have her call, the school security and be like, this guy needs addressed because it's not okay. We actually did finally talk to the teacher about him.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, at least you know you smell good.
This is true.
Angelina says, at least you know you smell good.
Yeah, you have a stalker. Is it a compliment or should you worry?
Well, I don't know, because the stalker I had,
Ooh, psycho bitch.
I had a crazy stalker.
Cray.
Yeah,
That
she
one
was-
was
she was
nuts.
a loop.
And when he
She
didn't,
wanted your body.
when
She did, but she
didn't-
never did.
When he didn't give in to what she wanted, she accused him of all kinds of crazy stuff.
That is true. That is true.
She was not nice.
Nope.
Angelina says, just let him hype you up. That's funny.
I try to be very kind to unwanted attention. I tell them thank you. I'm very flattered. However,
That's the wrong way to start.
I'm not
Yeah.
interested.
That's
That's
the
what
wrong way to start.
I couldn't get her to stomach.
Because I'm
Stop
telling
being
you-
nice. If you don't want it, tell them
Yeah.
no.
As soon as you act like that, it's like.
And
it's
then
a
if
ticket
that
to
didn't
continue.
work, I'd say get him.
Yeah, then she'd sick me on and I became the bad guy.
You can't start that way, because that's a ticket to continue.
Well, that was a whole other life.
Life lesson that she had to learn. And she
You
got there.
know, I was still in that getting away from bad habits stage.
You've only taken a couple new ones.
Yeah. Now I have all new bad habits. It's okay.
All right, it's been over an hour.
Are you getting tired?
Yeah, I'm getting
I'm
tired.
getting hungry.
You're getting hungry?
Man.
Okay.
It was fun though. Had fun. Thank
It
you
was
for
fun.
letting me come.
Thank you for joining us.
Joining us.
Joining us.
Joining us. I talked with my
I've
hands.
got the one
And my elbows.
See, I'm on the wrong side, so I can't elbow him with you. Or else I
That's
would.
right. Yeah.
We didn't plan this out
We
right.
did not
Well, it's
plan
not
it very
planned
well.
out properly.
Sorry, Charlie.
Oh, well.
You don't get elbowed by both of you. Angie,
Oh,
yes, we
well.
will see you tomorrow. Kim says, good night, you three. Good to meet cousin. Much love.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kim. It always pops up on there after it's on here. I don't know why. That's crazy. So, let's go, dude.
Have a good night, everybody.
Okay, I guess we're really going to get off here then.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, guys,
Oh.
enjoy the outdoors.
Enjoy the outdoors, even if it's your own backyard. And,
Back in freaking Kokomo.
yeah, well, at this point, the whole U.S. is my backyard. Okay, woman, stop that.
She did it, not me.
Well, I kind of figured that. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have been you.